Come on, lady. Will you just give it a rest already? You're the one who kicked my foot first, after all. I was only just giving you a taste of your own medicine. Looks like you didn't like it. Ha! So your water broke. Big deal. It's your own fault. You should have thought about that before you went around kicking people. I honestly don't even know where you get off demanding an apology from me.
Do you honestly not feel even a little bad about what happened?
What? Why should I? It's not like I did anything wrong. It's like I said, you're the one who kicked me first. If anyone should feel bad, it's you. I'm the victim here, if anything. Apparently, you gotta handle a pregnant woman with kid gloves no matter what, even when she's the one out of control. You have no idea the nasty looks I was getting from everyone else on the bus afterward. They were looking at me like I was some kind of scum or something, just because I stood up for myself.
You are unbelievable. Do you really feel no regret?
I'm starting to regret not kicking you harder. Leave me alone already.
It's hard to believe there are actually people like you in the world. How do you even function in society?
And now you're going to make fun of me? Wow, that's real nice, lady. Unbelievable. That's a good choice of words. You didn't even stick around to talk things out like an adult. You ran off right away in an ambulance, leaving me with that crowd of busybodies. After you took off, the other people on the bus tried to stop me from leaving as well. How is that fair? And do you want to talk about unbelievable? Some old lady reached into my pocket and took my wallet and ID. Sexual harassment? Identity theft?
That lady was my mother. Yeah, you attacked me in front of my own mother.
Of course she was your mother. Ha! That explains why you both looked like bloated whales. You're a prego, at least. What's her excuse?
What is the matter with you?
I don't know. Just taking someone's wallet and ID like that? That's identity theft. That's definitely illegal. I've got half a mind to press charges against the both of you. Plus her shaking me down for my contact info and you sending me all these harassing messages now. Oh, you're gonna pay.
Oh, I would love to see you try. Go ahead and do it. I'm happy to tell anyone and everyone what happened. Contact the media too. Let's see how that goes. And my mom didn't steal your ID. You can come get it back whenever you want. I told you what hospital I'm at. Anyway, we need your information so that we could press charges against you with the police. But if you really want to call the police on me about that, then go ahead. Be my guest.
Nah, I'm good. Just too much trouble, and I don't care that much. But since I'm not going to press any charges, would you quit it with the messages and the harassment? Listen, I know you pregos go crazy with hormones or whatever. I know you're not emotionally stable because whatever sad future you had is going down the drain with that baby. But try and hold yourself together. Plus, I really don't think that something as small as what happened really warrants you hounding me like this. This is all way more trouble than it's worth, okay? So why don't you just leave me alone already?
Something as small as what happened? Don't try to play down what you did.
I just gave you a little kick, didn't I? Same as what you did to me.
I barely touched you. And just because I lost my balance because the bus hit a bump. You sent me to the hospital in early labor.
Did you not notice my sneakers that you scuffed when you kicked me? Do you have any idea how much those cost? Does being pregnant also make you completely blind? Or maybe you couldn't see my feet past your disgusting bloated stomach. At any rate, I'm going to have to get them cleaned because of you. Anyone would react the way I did in that situation. You're lucky you got off with just that.
You think a scuff on your sneaker is worth kicking a pregnant woman? You are out of your mind.
Whatever, lady. I'm sick to death of talking about this with you, okay? Can you just give it a rest already? Pretty please with a cherry on top. I'm a senior. Do you know what that means? Tests. Finals. I'm freaking busy. On top of all that, I've got an internship. I don't have time for your crap.
So you're not even going to apologize? You haven't said so much as sorry this whole time. What is wrong with you?
What is your deal? Did you have a miscarriage or something? Is that why you're so pissed? If that's the case, I doubt it was going to make it to full term anyway. Sounds like you got a weak womb or something. Actually, I think I might be onto something here. Seriously, you might want to look into that. If just a little hit like that can make you piss your pants like that. Are you sure it's not just your pregnant body running a little too loose or something? I think you just sprung a leak.
You need to watch your mouth. And for your information, my baby is fine.
Really? Are you freaking kidding me right now? So what's the big deal then? If the baby is fine, just let it go already. There's no need to be so pissed. Everything is okay. Water under the bus, am I right?
No, everything is not okay. I'm asking you to at least apologize for what you did and take responsibility for your actions. Your behavior was inexcusable.
What? What are you talking about, lady? Are you stupid or something? You're responsible for your own baby. Isn't that like rule 1 of being a mother? Your actions led to everything that happened. Seems to me like you're the one who needs to start taking responsibility. Not to mention, it's your body. Don't you have responsibility over your own body? So no matter why your water happened to break, in the end, it's your responsibility. I don't have any control over your body. Ergo, I don't have to apologize for anything. Ha!
There is something seriously the matter with your brain. Somebody needs to just crack your head open and give you a new one or something because this one is broken.
OMG, you really are not fit to be a mom, are you?
Excuse me?
Crack my head open? Is that how you're planning to talk to your kid? Man, I feel bad for that little brat already. Ha! He really can't catch a break. However messed up that kid ends up, that's gonna be your responsibility too.
All right, that's it. It's clear that you feel absolutely no regret or remorse for what you did. But even if you did, what you did was completely unforgivable, so I'm going to make sure you pay.
Pay? Ha! What are you talking about? What is one old bloated whale gonna do to me? Just think about it. One spent old lady way past her prime versus me, a stunning specimen with a bright future ahead of me. No matter how you look at it, I think we all know who comes out on top in this situation.
Keep talking. I'm going to make you regret even being born.
Haha, okay, Shamu. What are you gonna do? Sit on me? Very scary. Good job. Oh my god, your poor kid. Good thing it survived, or it would be spinning in its grave right now from embarrassment. Oh well, not my problem, is it? Anyway, you're never gonna get an apology out of me, so just give up on that. But you've said your piece and got it out of your system. I hope you're satisfied. Now do me a favor and never contact me again. Please and thank you. Fine. Sorry. There. Are you happy? But you know, I can't believe you got a lawyer. Totally uncalled for.
Uncalled for? That's really rich coming from the piece of trash who attacks pregnant women on the bus and then runs off.
Huh. Tell me how you really feel. Early onset postpartum depression, maybe?
Talking to scum like you just brings the worst out of me.
Well, control yourself, lady. You're supposed to be the adult here, for God's sake. Anyway, now that you've got a lawyer bothering me, let it be known that I am officially apologizing. A physical token signifying my remorse should be arriving any time now.
What the heck is this?
Ah, so I take it you got my gift?
Well, I got something, didn't I? Real cute. What's the matter with you?
What seems to be the problem?
You sent a huge house cactus to my hospital room. What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Especially with a baby.
I'm sorry. I don't understand.
It's dangerous, you little psycho. Are you trying to poke my baby's eye out?
Ah, now that you mention it, I guess a cactus is a bit dangerous. Sorry. Honestly, I didn't mean anything by it. I just thought that a cactus doesn't take any effort to take care of, so even a bad mother like you could keep it alive.
Hilarious. So what then? This is supposed to be an apology?
Right. This shows that I'm remorseful or whatever. So let's just consider this settled. I think it should be good enough considering you're still at least partially to blame for this situation.
Looks like that's a no on the apology.
Just a little tap from a high school kid shouldn't be sending you into labor like that. Anyway, I think I mentioned before that I've got an internship this summer. I don't think I'll have time to go to 12 rounds with you. So can you do me a favor and just accept the plant?
Oh, you little brat. No, nothing has changed. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to make you pay for what you did.
Ugh, really? Can you at least think about it?
No, I'm at the very edge right now. You put the life of my child in danger. Do you understand that? I could have miscarried. And the very least you could have done is pretend to show some actual remorse. But no. Now you're going to pay with the only thing that you actually have. Your future.
My future? What do you mean? Come on, lady. Let's cut it out with the jokes already. What about... what's it called? You know, your birth classes or LeMays or whatever it's called. Blame them. They should have given you better training.
That's enough. The classes were fine and the baby is already here. Safe and sound. Thanks to everyone else on the bus being decent human beings. Unlike you.
Oh, is that right? It's born even? Well, congrats. I'm happy to hear that the baby is safe. I wonder if I actually helped out by kickstarting the labor. Maybe you should be thanking me instead of just yelling at me all the time.
The baby is safe and sound, but the doctor said it was a very close call. It could very easily have gone south. Can you understand that? What you did was incredibly dangerous. If you can't even reflect a little bit about that and display some genuine remorse, then I'm going to give you a reason to feel bad that you can actually understand.
You know what? You talk a big game, but really, what could you possibly even do? You're going to make me pay with my future? If you think you can do anything, go ahead and give it a shot. But my future is already decided. I've got my internship already set and everything. I've got early admission into my top school. There's literally nothing you can do.
Well, you can kiss your internship goodbye, for starters.
Oh yeah? How's that? You don't even know where it is.
Sure, but I doubt they're looking to bring in a criminal.
You calling me a criminal?
Duh! What do you call someone who violently attacks pregnant women?
I don't know anything about that, but you need a criminal record before you can be a criminal. And I definitely don't have a record. Ha!
Well, let me tell you something. After my water broke and I was rushed to the hospital, after miraculously giving birth safely, exhausted and beat up, I was still able to muster the energy to talk to the police. I could barely keep myself awake, but it was worth it to get the charges against you filed as soon as possible.
Wait, you actually filed charges? Are you serious?
Of course! My mom was on the phone with the police before I was even loaded onto the ambulance. They interviewed all those busybodies on the bus. And after they spoke with me at the hospital, the police also spoke with the doctors and were able to get plenty of testimony. From what I understand, there should be a warrant out for your arrest already. I'm surprised they haven't showed up yet, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Whoa there. Hold on, what are you saying, lady? A warrant for my arrest? What's wrong with you? That's way too far. You could ruin my whole life.
You could have ruined my son's whole life. Over a pair of sneakers. Talk about going too far. Talking to the police is just straight up common sense. And I hope they throw the whole book at you. If they buried you underneath the prison, it would still be too good for you if you ask me.
So because of this crap, I'm going to lose my internship? Is that what you're telling me? This is complete and total bull. I can't believe you. You stupid, bloated whale.
You're going to lose your internship because of your actions, yes.
But you said the brat is fine, right? So what's the big deal? Just let it go already. What is the matter with you? You need to drag yourself back to the cops and take back whatever you said to them. If you don't, I swear the next time I see you and your brat, I'm going to kick you both again. Properly this time.
My God, you are rotten to the very core. I feel sorry for your parents.
You feel sorry for my parents? Ha! Don't waste any time feeling sorry for those useless wastes of oxygen.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you talk about your own parents like that. But wow.
What? My dad's just your run-of-the-mill boring corporate drone. And my mom's just a fat, ugly whale like you who sits around at home all day. Compared to my friends' parents, they're nothing. My friends' parents are all rich, powerful, beautiful, you name it. I was born into the wrong family. My parents are nothing. The only good thing they've ever done is produce me, and they don't deserve me. I'm going to wow everyone at my internship, continue my legacy of success into college, get a good job, and get everything I want out of life. I'm going to be better than they could ever dream of being.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself. The only place you're going in the near future is to the police station, remember?
Why, you bloated. Actually, you know what? Let's pretend for a second that the police actually do show up. What are they going to do? I'll be able to talk my way out of it. It's not like this is the first time I've had to talk my way out of trouble. It's a pain in the butt for sure, don't get me wrong, but nothing I can't pull off. I've got what you call a silver tongue. Plus, I'm white, well-to-do, I go to a private school, and I've got a bright future. Don't you watch the news? I'm untouchable.
Is that right? Well, I'd like to see you try. Notice came in just a minute ago that your internship offer has been rescinded, so you're off to a bad start at being untouchable. I wonder if you can really talk them into giving it back to you. That would be something.
Wait, what?
What's the matter? Cat got your silver tongue? I think you'll need to be a bit more eloquent to talk your way out of trouble this time. If not, I guess your reign of terror ends here.
What do you mean you got notice about my internship? Why would you know anything about it? Plus, I haven't talked to the police or anything yet, so there's no way they've been notified. You're full of it. How would you even know what company my internship was with? Nice try, lady.
You're right. I wouldn't have any way of knowing something like that. Well, without your parents' help at least. Kicking a pregnant woman and then getting arrested. Can't say it sounds good. The company you were supposed to intern with certainly didn't think so.
What? Are you saying my parents told you about my internship? What the hell? Are you serious? Those dirty, worthless sacks of crap? How could they do this to me?
I guess they have a sense of right and wrong, unlike you. Anyway, your internship is gone, and attacking a pregnant woman really doesn't look that good on an application. I think you might have some trouble finding a new one. And I'm sure you know you're not supposed to lie on your applications, especially about criminal history. That's grounds for immediate termination if it's discovered. You could say that as soon as you kicked me, you also kicked your own future goodbye.
You're full of it. I don't believe you. Why should I lose my whole future because of something like that? Because of some bloated whale like you or my worthless parents?
This is all just common sense stuff, Marcus. If you can't even figure that out, you never had any kind of bright future ahead of you in the first place. Your parents seem so kind and responsible that it's frankly hard to believe they could have given birth to someone like you. They've been in my hospital room all day begging for forgiveness, faces ghost white with shame for what you did.
Ugh, they would be there with you. Those lousy, no-good bags of meat.
Yikes. Of course they're here. As your parents, they are also responsible for your actions. Naturally, we contacted them almost immediately after we filed the complaint with the police. I told you they're the ones who gave me the info about your internship.
This is getting completely out of hand. You can't just go calling my family. Once again, this is a total breach of my privacy using my personal information that you stole.
I don't know about that. We had a lawyer with us, so it definitely seems to all be above board. They've been reading this conversation beside me as well, and let me tell you, they do not seem pleased.
Come on. What did you show them that for? Can't I get a single break here? My mom would be totally devastated if she saw what I wrote about her.
Correct. Your mother is totally devastated. My mother is consoling her right now. I don't know what consolation she can really give, though. What with you being expelled now and all, your future is in total shambles. I don't think it can be salvaged.
Expelled? What now?
Yeah, of course you've been expelled. You ought to just be glad you're under 18. You might be able to get this taken off your record someday.
No, I can't get expelled. What is going on here? Why would you have any influence over my school? I'm just about to graduate, for God's sake.
You think any reputable school wants to be the alma mater of a juvenile delinquent that attacks pregnant women? Not to mention, my mom happens to be on the school board.
Oh my god.
That's right. And you tried to kill her first grandchild. I promise you, my mom is known for being strict and unforgiving on the best of days. She came down on the faculty at your school so hard that the principal burst into tears. You had absolutely no chance of not being expelled the second you laid a finger on me.
What is happening? No, seriously. What is going on? All this just because some bloated, ugly whale bumped into me on the bus. How can this be happening? Give me back my future.
What future? You think punks who attack pregnant women deserve any kind of future? No chance. If anything, you should thank me. It seems like the only future you were headed toward was becoming the next American Psycho. Maybe it's not too late to salvage whatever's left of your soul.
Screw you, you meddlesome blob. You're the one with no soul. I wish I could go back in time and kick that stupid bloated whale you call a mother while she was still pregnant with you. This is unbelievable. I must be the unluckiest guy on the whole planet. This isn't fair.
You really think that you would still have some kind of bright future even if I wasn't around to get back at you? Think again. You would still be right where you are. I like to believe in a little thing called karma. I'm sure you've done plenty of bad things to other people in the past. This is just karma finally catching up to you.
Will you just shut your smug blowhole for a second? What's going to happen to me? I'm going to be a high school dropout with a record? Me, captain of the soccer team? I was friggin' prom king!
You tried to destroy my life and the life of my child, but you just ended up destroying your own. There's a saying about this, isn't there? How does it go? Oh yeah, I remember. Karma's a bloated whale. After that, as predicted, Marcus was expelled from his high school with no degree. The police found him soon after our conversation and he was promptly arrested. Being a minor, he didn't end up serving any time, but he was ordered to pay all of my hospital bills as well as $30,000 in damages for mental duress. His parents, absolutely mortified by what he did and what he said, promptly kicked him out of the house and disowned him. With the stroke of one kick, he lost his diploma, his home, his internship, his future. Seeing all his bright prospects crumble into dust before his eyes, he apparently fell into depression. Now he lives in a cramped, dirty apartment working for just enough money to pay off his debts and eke out his existence. He has just enough time between his 2 part-time jobs to shovel some food down and catch some sleep in his stinky hovel before getting back up and at it in the late shift as a janitor. Meanwhile, just a few days after he was arrested, I was getting ready to leave the hospital with my beautiful 6-day-old baby boy in my arms. And I promised him then and there that I would raise him to be nothing like the insane high school boy that came so close to preventing him from being born. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. See you next time.
God damn it, Stacy. Were you put on this earth for the sole purpose of making my life miserable?
What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
I just got home and there's no food ready, and the dog has gone to the bathroom all over the floor. The poor little guy couldn't get outside. Where the hell are you?
Didn't you say you were going out with friends tonight? I thought that's what you said. Anyway, I'm still at work. I asked Lynn from next door to take Richard out for a walk. I guess she hasn't done that yet.
The night out was canceled.
You should have told me you were going to have dinner at home.
That's your excuse for not making anything?
I'll be home in 30 minutes. Can you wait till then? If you can't, there's a pizza in the freezer.
I come home exhausted after work and you're gonna make me wait for 30 minutes? What the hell?
Actually, there is still a bit of that stir fry from last night you could heat up.
You want me to eat last night's rotten leftovers? What do you think I am, a pig? Just lead me to the slop bucket so I can wedge my snout into it. I don't work hard every day to come home to nothing except some abomination of a dish that was so disgusting you didn't finish it the night before.
Well then, you'll just have to wait a bit, okay?
No damn way. Come home this minute. Tell them it's an emergency. It's an emergency.
I can't just leave. We were on location today and I have to write everything up before I head home. The lead reporter was sent off to cover a kidnapping story, so I was asked to interview Bob Dahl myself. I was so nervous.
Jesus, do you ever stop for a second to think of others? Who cares about some frickin' interview? I am dying of starvation here, and the Roomba has spread dog crap evenly all over the kitchen lino.
As I said, I can't just leave.
Can't you work from home? It sounds simple enough. Aren't there software programs that can dictate it all into text?
No, once I get home, it sounds like I'll be cleaning the kitchen. This can't wait. It's going to be presented on the breakfast show tomorrow morning.
Come home and cook dinner, then you can go back to work if it's so damn important.
Give me a break. I'm not driving all the way home and back just to cook your dinner.
And clean the house. It's filthy and it stinks.
You know where the disinfectant and scrubbing brush are. Actually, you probably don't. Well, it's time you learned. You'll find everything you need under the sink in the laundry room.
I am not cleaning it up. It's dog crap. I almost vomited when I walked into the house. Damn stupid dog. This is appalling. You're no wife or mother.
Isn't that going a bit far? I'm out working for the family too, you know. When I was home with Kyle all day, you called me lazy. Now I'm working and I failed as a wife and mother?
You don't even earn that much. How can you call that working hard?
Well, it's better than nothing. Sure, you earn more than me, but I do all of the housework.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you getting at? You think I should be doing housework too? Yeah, right. If you think I'm gonna bust my butt every day working for this family, then come home and do housework, you've gotta screw loose.
I'm not saying that. But on nights like this, when I'm working late and you suddenly cancel your plans, is it asking too much for you to get dinner yourself? I've been asked to take on a new project and I have to work late. These things happen.
You can't keep up with the housework and now you're telling me you can't keep up at work either? And yet, you seem to be able to keep up with complaining fine.
I'm just saying you could do a little more to help, for everyone's sake. You'll benefit too. If you could do even a tiny bit of housework, I'd have more time to prepare dinner, wouldn't I?
You have lost your mind. No normal guy would put up with this negligence of duties. You are damn lucky I'm a nice, calm guy. I just hope your lazy attitude isn't passed on to our son.
What a horrible thing to say. Just the other day he said he was proud of me for working so hard. He almost never says things like that. It brought a tear to my eye.
Now stop babbling, woman, and get home right now before I lose my temper. Got it?
I keep telling you I'm not leaving with this project half finished. The more you text me, the longer it's going to take. I'll be home as soon as I can after that.
If you aren't out the door in the next 10 minutes, I'm calling your boss. How would you like that? Mr. Kurzweil? That's his name, right? Mr. Kurzweil, there has been an emergency. Stacy needs to come home immediately.
Leave my colleagues out of it. You'll make things worse by involving them. Just heat up that pizza, will ya?
Then do as I say. Come home now. Don't make me say it again.
Okay. My name is Stacy. I'm 36 and I'm a reporter for a local news station. I was originally full-time, but after getting married and having a child, I stopped working there. I don't like to brag, but my chief editor called me last year and begged me to come back to work. I said I couldn't, but she was so insistent that I agreed to work a couple days a week. That became 3 days a week, and, well, I must be doing a good job because they keep giving me more field work. I'm the first choice of most of the bosses. My husband Simon works for an importing company. They buy and sell herbal remedies and other health products. Mostly strange things from places I've never heard of, but they seem to be doing okay. He's not the owner, he just acts like he is when the boss is away. He'll often tell me he's going on a buying trip to the markets of South America and then be gone for weeks. I never ask him about it, whether it's true or not. I don't really care anymore. We have a 6-year-old son called Kyle. I was worried he was becoming exactly like his father, but recently he's been showing his sensitive side, and we're even closer than before. Since I've been back at work, our family has been financially stable, and we don't want for anything. Things between Simon and I have never been very romantic, some might say even cold, but recently he's been on at me over trivial things more than before. Of course I don't like it. He's constantly critiquing my skills as a mother and what he deems my chores. I often have to bite my tongue and suppress what I really want to say. I don't want Kyle to see us fighting. I keep telling myself that everything will be fine if I just keep my mouth shut. I know that's no way to live, but for the sake of at least seeming like a peaceful marriage, that's the only solution I can think of. He hasn't noticed, of course, and lately he's been getting worse. School just called me. Kyle has a really high fever.
And
I'm in Six Rivers National Park today filming. Can you pick him up? The school nurse sounded really serious. He might need to be taken to the emergency room.
I thought I told you not to text me at work. Didn't I tell you that? I'm busy, okay? I'm not like you having little cups of tea with my celebrity has-beens. I have a real job and do real work. I don't have time to waste texting you all day.
The school sounded serious.
I can't just leave work, can I? People here need me. The place will burn down if I leave the new guy to run it. Try to think before you speak, woman. I don't have time to be running all over the place to schools and hospitals.
The school nurse said they're thinking of just calling an ambulance. I don't have $10,000 to pay for that. But you'll have to be there at the hospital when he's admitted, whether they call one or not. Can you please call the school? What if it really is serious?
I bet you they're over-exaggerating. The nurse just doesn't want to deal with a sick kid. Tell the teacher to watch him for the afternoon.
It was the teacher I just spoke to. She sounded quite worried. The poor little guy is drenched in sweat and shaking. It really does sound serious. Would you please call them?
If it really is so damn serious, you get over there.
I'm hours away. Even if I commandeered the station traffic helicopter, it would still take longer than you. Come on, Simon, please.
Call a taxi then.
Aren't you worried about him? He's only 6. He must be terrified. He's never had a high fever before. It'll only take you about 15 minutes from your place to the school at this time of day.
If you're so worried, then stop what you're doing and start coming back. You just don't want to sit in the emergency room for hours. I know you. You want to hand the job off to me.
Even if I leave now and run every red light, I still won't be back for 2 or 3 hours. God knows what might have happened by then. Would you please take this more seriously?
It doesn't matter how you frame it. I'm telling you, I can't go. You just screaming at me isn't going to change that. It's your fault for going so far away to film your stupid shows.
What? When I don't work, you tell me I'm lazy, and when I do, you tell me I shouldn't? What the hell, Simon?
2 or 3 hours away from your sick kid? What kind of a mother are you? I guarantee you could have had done it all over the phone or online. Why did you have to drive all the way up north?
That wasn't possible. That's why we're here filming on location in a national park.
Well then, you are doing a bad job, aren't you? You could have scheduled it on a day when I wasn't working. I could have done a better job with my hands tied behind my back.
You don't know the first thing about what I do. Where do you get off telling me how to do my job? I've won journalism awards.
Awards? Just a bunch of snooty college nerds sitting around drinking stupidly named coffee, all scratching each other's backs. I know that crowd. Nothing but a bunch of losers who've never done a real day of work in their lives. Even with all their fancy college degrees, I could still do a better job. You really are incompetent, aren't you? Useless wife and now really showing your true colors as a useless mother.
Whatever. Just go and pick up Kyle and take him to the hospital. If they've already taken him by ambulance, we'll have to pay for that too.
Jesus, you just never stop nagging, do you? When are you going to get it into your thick head? I can't go. Not now, not later, it's not gonna happen. Can't you call someone else? Leave me alone, woman.
How can you refuse your own child?
If you don't stop with this harassment, I think we need to talk about divorce. It's been on my mind recently, but I've always decided against it at the last minute. This time, you are really pushing it.
What has our relationship got to do with it? I'm telling you your son might be critically ill and you are talking about divorce? We can talk about that until the cows come home, but right now, our son needs you.
I am sick of this. You obviously aren't understanding a word that I'm saying. I can't go. God, you are exhausting me.
I'm trying to do whatever I can. You aren't helping one bit.
You are thinking? Well, it hasn't done anything, has it? Otherwise, you wouldn't be wasting my time, would you? Okay. Just wait a second.
What?
I just called the school.
And? You'll go? What did they say?
They didn't say anything. I told them not to call an ambulance and that we would be there in 3 hours. So, you better start driving. If something happens to Kyle and you aren't there on time, this is on you. I've done my bit.
How can you be so selfish? You could be there in 15 minutes. You don't care about anyone but yourself.
Selfish? You're the one who's being selfish. I've got things to do, woman, and you and your friends are off sightseeing in the woods. If you can't even take care of one small child, you have no business going off on joyrides pretending it's work.
You suck.
Are you trying to make this worse? You're only digging a deeper hole for yourself. Nothing good will come of this. Just apologize and get heading back here now. Did you call a taxi?
This is how it will always be, won't it? I thought you'd change when Kyle came along, but if anything, it has gotten worse. You will never think of anyone but yourself. I can't believe I hoped for some change. It'll never change. You will never change.
Oh, give me a break, will ya? I'm trying to work here. I can't concentrate with you nagging and moaning in my ear all day.
You never put your family first. It's always you.
If you don't stop complaining right this minute, I'm seriously gonna think about divorcing you. I might even go to City Hall and get the papers.
Go to school and pick up your son on the way.
Did you call a taxi?
I will. I'll be there in 2 or 3 hours.
You haven't even called a taxi yet? Typical. Totally hopeless.
Please get back to work. Enjoy your day.
That's more like it. Finally showing a little respect. And I don't want to hear any more about this when I get home, okay? You're his mother, you deal with it. And pick up some ribs on the way home, too. You know the ones that I like. You'll have to call first in order, or you'll be waiting all damn night.
Hey, the school called again. Kyle's got a really high fever again.
I told you not to bother me with this kind of thing. I told you, right? It was only a few days ago, so why this time? I also told you last time that this kind of thing is for the mother to deal with.
Sorry, but I thought I should tell you.
Oh, give me a goddamn break! I've got 100 times more things on my plate than your joyrides off to film boring old people talking about lakes. Let me guess, this time you can't go and pick him up because you're at the beach filming some old lady shell collection. Prime time, breaking news story. Old lady finds shell in the shape of Jesus. Shroud of Turin seaweed?
I know you're busy. I'm just telling you. I left work and went to pick him up.
What? So why are you telling me?
I took him straight to the hospital. They're keeping him overnight for observation. Probably nothing to worry about, but as it's the second time in less than a week, the doctors just want to be extra careful.
And what about you? What are you doing?
I'm heading home. That's all. I just thought I'd let you know. I'm not going to be late tonight after all.
So where are you right at this moment?
Just passing the mall. They've diverted the traffic for some roadworks, but I shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. Why?
No reason, just wondered.
How's work today? Are you busy as usual? Did a truckload of herbal Viagra arrive?
2 truckloads, actually. Why are you suddenly so interested?
Okay, don't overdo it.
What? I'll be fine as soon as you stop texting me. Let me get back to work, will ya? How many times have I told you not to text me at work?
Okay, take care.
Stop texting me.
I'm imagining you rushing about the house trying to find keys, put things in order, and get out before I arrive.
What?
You really are a busy man, aren't you? Running a thriving business and still finding time to bring a woman home? No wonder you're always grumpy.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind?
I may have lied when I said I was heading home. I'm already home.
Oh, no way. You're joking, right?
I can hear voices coming from the house when there shouldn't be anyone home. The dog is making that sound he makes when he thinks we're about to take him for a walk. You know, that excited yapping and jumping up and down? I'm wondering what the hell is going on in there. So, if it's not you in there, maybe it's one of those youth gangs. Shall I call the cops?
Are you really here?
Yeah, I'm right outside the front door. I've been here for a while. There's a little gap in the curtains. I just had a look and you know what I saw? It would seem you busy was only part of the story. You're busy with another woman. I must admit, I didn't see this coming. Another example of me being a useless wife and mother, huh?
This isn't what it looks like. It's just a little... It's a slip. I slipped up. I was deceived. I've been so busy lately. I just wasn't thinking straight.
I'm wondering if you're busy was the reason you couldn't pick up Kyle from school the other day. Am I right in wondering about that?
No way. I would never. I was flat out at work.
Really? In light of what I have just seen, I find it hard to believe anything you say. As a husband, you're proving yourself to be utterly useless.
No, I'm serious. You have to believe me.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter now anyway.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm planning on divorcing you. I've already made up my mind. Actually, I should have done it a long time ago. I was just concerned about what it might do to Kyle. But you've made it super simple for me. I can't stand to be in this filthy place a day longer. I wouldn't stay if you paid me $1 million. And neither will Kyle, that's for sure. You've proven yourself to not only be a useless husband, but also father. The sooner we get away from you, the better.
You aren't serious, are you? I've been working my fingers to the bone, and this is the thanks that I get?
I don't want to think about where your fingers and bone have been. I'll be filing for divorce along with child support and alimony. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
You have a lawyer?
The station does. A whole team of them. And the owner of the station, you remember, the guy who begged me to come back to work? He's offered their services free of charge.
What the hell, Stacy? I mess up one time and this is what happens? What about second chances? Turn the other cheek. Where's your sense of forgiveness?
You know what? I could maybe even tolerate the affair. Maybe. You and I never really did enjoy each other's company. But the way you so easily brushed off any responsibility as a father? That I cannot tolerate.
Oh, go ahead then, do it. I don't care.
Ooh, there's that fighting spirit. It looks like my lawyers have their work cut out for them. Not.
I'll pay the damn alimony if it means getting you out of my hair. It'll be nice to stop the nagging.
And child support. Kyle doesn't cost much at the moment, but we have to think long term. I'm going to claim for tuition fees right up to the end of college. Graduate school even.
Now go ahead, see if I care.
Good to see you can put your money where your mouth is. Maybe you really were busy all those times you brushed us off.
Yeah, I work hard and earn good money, unlike you and your fancy trips to the countryside.
Fantastic. That'll make things much easier. I feel a bit guilty using the station's law team for something so trivial as a domestic matter. They're usually frying much bigger fish than a little sardine like you. But it's not only alimony and child support I'll be going after.
What else have you got your greedy eyes on?
It's not what my greedy eyes saw that's your problem. It's what the camera on my phone saw.
What? You filmed me? Delete it. I'll give you what you want.
Delete such valuable evidence? Yeah, right. I've already sent it to some friends for safekeeping. I might just send it on to your family. How would you like that?
You wouldn't.
I would. I'm sure your parents would be extremely interested to see how completely you have betrayed your family. I already told your mother about the incident the other day with Kyle's fever. She was shocked that you could be so heartless. She even started crying on the phone. Through the tears, I think I heard her say something like he's no son of mine. Troubling, wouldn't you say? You really shouldn't be causing your mother such stress, especially in her condition.
Her condition? What condition?
Oh, the shock from the first time you refused to go to school and pick up Kyle. I wouldn't be surprised if they never talk to you again.
Oh, cut it out, Stacy. That's enough. You don't have to go wreaking havoc on my family.
I'm just getting warmed up. Next, I'm going to send this video to all of your cousins, too. How about that?
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll do anything. I'll give you anything. Just don't send that video to my family, please.
Oh, are you finally starting to see what a scumbag you've been? It's always funny how people are so remorseful when they're caught. I'm sorry that you caught me, right? Do you think saying sorry will make everything all right?
I'm really, really sorry. I won't do it again. I regret ever doing anything to hurt you.
And Kyle.
And Kyle, please, Stacy, you've got to forgive me. Stacy? I've been so busy at work. The stress made me do crazy things.
The stress of importing herbal health foods and remedies? You do see the irony in that, don't you? You probably don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter how much you apologize, it won't change a thing. I will say one thing about it, though.
Yes? What?
Well, when I take a step back and look at this situation, I realize something. You are really bad at it. I mean, really bad.
What? What are you trying to say? I'm telling you I'm sorry for everything and you're mocking me?
Sorry.
Look, I'm trying to be sorry for what I've done. I feel terrible.
That you were caught. You didn't even make an effort to cover your tracks. What kind of idiot has an affair at his own house when there's any number of scenarios in which his wife comes home?
Just please, don't send the video to my family.
Oh, I already did. I did that before I even started this conversation with you. I'd expect your mother is reeling from the shock about now. She's seen my text, so I'm guessing she will have watched it. It'll probably be too much for your mom. I should call her and apologize.
You really sent it?
Hey, are you gonna come out? I'm thirsty. Tell that woman to go out the back door so I don't have to see her. I'll pretend I'm not looking when she slinks past my car.
Oh, please, tell me you're joking. You didn't really send it, did you?
Did. And I hope you regret betraying your wife and son for the rest of your miserable life. After that, my legal team, well, the TV station's team, made short work of Simon. He never had a chance anyway, but you should have seen the shaking little wreck they made him in court. He agreed to pay alimony and child support right up to Kyle's 22nd birthday. Simon's family all watched the video I sent in disbelief. Apart from his crazy Uncle Pete, everyone disowned him. Pete drove down and offered to take him out drinking, calling him a randy stallion of a man, but I think that the shock of the whole thing was too much for him. He sat silently in a dark room with Pete for a week while the beer cans and pizza boxes piled up. As for the woman he was cheating with, once the court case was over and Simon had been totally taken to the cleaners, she left him too. Who wants to hang out with a poor loser like that anyway, right? As for me, little by little, I found myself working longer hours and being given more and more responsibility at the TV station. Before long, I was promoted to daytime programming chief. Things are looking good. Kyle's enjoying school and even started kickboxing. Everything just feels great. It's good to get that all off my chest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Hey, darling. I hope you're doing good. I heard everything, so I thought I'd hit you up.
Oh, hey, Mom.
I'm sorry to interrupt whatever it is that's putting you in a good mood, but I have no idea what you mean. What did you hear about me?
Come on, you don't have to pretend like you don't know.
No, I actually don't. You're kind of creeping me out a little here.
Well, there's no point trying to hide anything from me. I am your mother after all, and moms just know everything. You've been coming home awfully late recently, haven't you, darling? So, who is it?
Who is who?
I'm asking about your girlfriend.
Oh, I see. It finally clicked. Okay, I do have a girlfriend, but that actually has nothing to do with me coming home late these days. I just don't feel comfortable at home recently, so I've been killing time outside. It's not that I don't want to be at home, it just feels awkward with Sarah always being there. I swear she basically lives with us now, after Dean and her got married. I don't dislike her at all, but she's always there, and I feel like I have no privacy at home.
Oh, so I was right. You do have a girlfriend. You better invite her over soon. I would love to meet her.
Feels like you just ignored half of what I said. But yeah, I already expected that if I told you I have a girlfriend, you would definitely tell me to introduce her to you. Which is exactly why I've been quiet about this. It's way too bothersome to invite her over and introduce her to everyone, with everything going on in our house. So for now, I've mostly been staying over at her place, where it's more peaceful. It's not like I don't come back home at all, though. You know that I'm home every now and then.
I see. If you're staying over that often, you're pretty much living together right now, then.
Well, if you put it that way, then yes.
So, you must both be pretty comfortable with each other, then. If you're that close, then you're also considering engagement and such, right?
It has crossed my mind, but nothing is decided yet. On my end, at least. Not sure about her.
I see. Well, it doesn't sound like you're having any problems, which is good. Surely there's no issue if you invite her over to say hello, then. Have you met her family?
Yeah, we've had a few dinners together.
Oh my. So you're telling me that you've been spending time with her family and haven't once thought of inviting her over to ours? I wouldn't want her family to think that we're not welcoming over here. You should bring her over as soon as possible.
I told you already, that is exactly what I don't want to do, especially not now. Dean, Dad, and you especially, Mom, it makes me uncomfortable with how overly cheery you all are over Dean and Sarah's marriage. Like, sure, I get it. They just got married, which is a nice thing. But you're all going over the top, giving Sarah way too much attention. Not that she seems to mind it, but that's not the issue.
There's no such thing as being too happy. After all, Sarah is the daughter of a millionaire. We've got the heiress of Sun Gourmet in the family now, one of the largest global restaurant franchises. Sarah's an only child, too. Do you know what that means? Dean might inherit the entire franchise. I've never been so proud of him. He basically won at life. Which means that we did too.
You're getting too far ahead of yourselves over something that isn't even confirmed. In fact, it's probably only a slim chance that Sarah's dad chooses Dean to take over when he retires. Sure, Dean is his son-in-law, but his degree is completely irrelevant to the food industry.
You're sweating the details too much. We even made Dean quit his old job and transfer over to Sun Gourmet. Who cares about what his degree is in? If he can show his worth directly from his performance, he'll move up through the ranks in no time.
I'm not so sure about that one. I'm just curious about how they met in the first place. Isn't Sarah a fashion designer?
Then it was surely fate that led them together.
I really don't like the sound of that word. Also, I don't mean to tell you to not be happy, but please don't go overboard. I really don't think it's a good thing for you to be so obsessed with Sarah's family. She seems fine with it for now, but I bet you a lot of people would be highly uncomfortable with the way that you guys are treating her right now.
What's wrong with being kind? Sarah deserves only the best. We can't put too much pressure on her. When she tries to help do work around our house, I'm always there to assist her.
I think you're missing my point here about her special treatment. I guess there are no problems right now. I just hope it doesn't get any worse.
You really don't come home very much these days. I thought we'd finally spend some time together the other day, but you just collected some of your things and left again.
I don't want to get in the way of the newlyweds. I did at least say hi when I dropped by.
Have you not talked to your dad recently? He's been really excited to show off his new suit, but you never show up. It's his new favorite suit because Sarah and Dean gave it to him. He pretty much wears it every other day.
Well, that seems like a great gift. I can see why he would be happy with that. Men's clothing might not be Sarah's area of expertise, but she's still a fashion designer after all. I'm sure she has great taste. Good to know that Dad and Dean are doing good.
And what about you?
Huh? Well, what about me?
Don't you think you could learn a thing or two from Dean? A gift or two couldn't hurt, you know? The least you could do would be to introduce that girl of yours to us. Something to brighten our days.
Don't think that there's much from me. I guess you could start waiting for your first grandchildren. Don't really know what else would make you guys happier than you already are.
That really does put me in a pickle. I absolutely love to have grandchildren, but being called grandma, I'm not that old, am I?
Right. I don't think so. Don't ask me. Mom, hello? What the heck did you just say to my girlfriend? She just came home in tears.
Oh, I just happened to see the two of you walking together happily. And then I saw you leave, so I thought I'd go chat with her a little. I assume the two of you were on lunch break, yes?
Yes, we were just grabbing lunch. But what the heck do you mean, a little chat? She told me that you dragged her to a coffee shop and basically interrogated her.
That means it seems like I did something mean. You wouldn't introduce her to me, so I just thought I'd go over and say hi myself.
And what did you even tell her? She's been crying ever since she came home, but keeps telling me it's not because of you when it clearly is.
Not much, really. It was just a normal conversation. At first, we just introduced ourselves. You never once told me her name, so it's nice that I can start calling her Helen. What a nice name. After that, I just asked her what her family did for a living. She said her father passed away from an illness when she was still young, and that her mother is also currently sick and not working. Accounting, was it? I think that's what she said.
And what else did you tell her? She won't stop crying. You must have said something completely out of place.
No, I really didn't say much. Oh, I guess I did say something about her family. Just that her family must be well below the poverty line if she was raised by a single mom.
What the hell, Mom? Are you crazy?
Hey, watch your mouth! I just realized she was probably lacking some key components of socialization without a father to teach her, and therefore isn't worthy of dating my son. It's not like I told her to break up with you. I just made sure she realized that someone like her doesn't have the right to be with you.
That is beyond messed up. Do you not understand how cruel and disgusting that is? It's bad enough to even have those thoughts in the first place, but to say it to her face is completely unacceptable. Do you not have any compassion?
Why would I need to feel sorry for someone who would only be detrimental to our family?
What? That's not how you should think of others.
Just think about it. Let's say you get married to her. It's going to be all of our money flowing over to her and her sick mother. They're the perfect representation of a family living in poverty. Why should our family suffer with them? The best way to avoid a disease is to stay away from the rats spreading it.
What you're saying right now is so disgusting. On top of that, you're literally just basing all of this off your assumptions. You know nothing about her or her mother. It's ridiculous that you can come to these conclusions and would even think about blurting them out like that.
I'd rather not learn any more about a family of rats, thank you very much. It just wouldn't be fair to Dean. He used all the luck in his life to pull Sarah. Our family literally won the lottery. Why would we want more people to split the money with anyway, especially a rat and her sick mother?
You're really calling your own son's girlfriend a rat? You might be my mom, but I've lost all respect for you.
Well, we can always kick you out of our family if you try to go through with marrying that rat.
You don't have to kick me out. I was planning on cutting ties with all of you anyway.
What? That's pretty stupid of you. You're basically just throwing your money away. If you were with us, you get to be close to Dean and Sarah, but you're gonna live with poverty instead. You're gonna be supporting an old, sick woman. An absolutely moronic decision.
And once again, you're saying all of this purely based on assumptions and stereotypes. Helen is not the one lacking key components of socialization. You are. Your lack of compassion and basic ethics is disgusting me.
And you're disappointing me as a son. And as such, I would rather not have you claiming that you belong to our family. So please do go and cut ties with us. You could beg on your knees and we won't spare you a single dollar. It sure is a good thing that Dean studied law. We can make sure that you're completely unrelated to us in every legal form.
Go ahead, that helps me to be honest. I know that I'm not wanted by any of you anyway. Dean is clearly being treated as a favorite child, and now you have a daughter-in-law too that you can love. Sorry, I guess it's not Dean and Sarah that you love, is it? It's just the status and money that they bring. You've been overly clingy and affectionate since their engagement. I'm sure Dean was also disgusted by your clear change in attitude towards him.
And what is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong about a mother showing her love for her son.
Yeah, but that's not what you're doing. You're trying to attach yourself to Sarah's family like some kind of parasite. I'm talking for myself here, but I'm sure Dean thinks the same. It's so darn obvious that your so-called love and affection is aimed towards money and not us, your children. Your fakeness is beyond uncomfortable.
Stop making it seem like you and Dean are the same. Maybe you didn't feel loved because you were always useless and never were good at anything. But Dean is different. He always did well in school and understood how to be grateful toward his parents. You are a failure of a son that can't even begin to compare to Dean. It's only fitting for you to be dating a rat. You don't deserve to be part of our family.
Okay, I understand. I'll never come home again. Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are things over there?
Oh my! Hi there, darling. I certainly wasn't expecting to hear from you again.
Not sure if you should be calling me darling. I completely cut ties with all of you, remember? You said I didn't deserve to be in your family.
Oh, you were always hot-blooded. But I would never say that you don't belong in my family. You're my son, after all.
Yeah, sure. I'll just ignore the fact that I can scroll up and read those old messages.
Fine. Maybe I said some things that I'm not proud of in the heat of the moment. What I said 2 years ago about legally cutting ties was just that, the unfortunate rash words of a heated conversation. I talked to Dean about it later, and he suggested that we investigate and better understand the situation.
Investigate? Did you call some detectives or something? So, what did you find out?
We found out that Helen's mother works for the government. Rather high up at that. And Helen herself, she only mentioned that she worked in accounting. But what did we find? That she's the chief accountant at a large accounting firm.
Oh, yeah, that's the accounting firm that her father started. And after he passed away, some of her relatives took over. But Helen studied accounting in college and started working there after she graduated. Her relatives passed control of the company over to her since it was her dad's company originally, even though she had just graduated college.
So I heard, and I realized I mistakenly said some rather unpleasant things about some amazing people. So, do you think you could give me an opportunity to apologize to Helen about all the horrible stuff I said about her and her family? I would love to meet her again and talk it out so that we can be on good terms.
So the moment you find out about her status, you think of apologizing? You're about 2 years too late realizing that you should apologize, you know? Oh, my mother-in-law isn't sick anymore. She was still recovering at the time when you first met Helen, but she's been healthy for a while now. Healthy enough that she's been working just as hard as she was before she got sick.
Did you call her mother-in-law? Are you telling me that you actually got married?
Yeah, I did. I took their last name as well. I know it's pretty rare for the husband to take the wife's name, but neither of us wanted to hold onto any association with you guys. So, have you figured out why I decided to contact you again?
I'm happy that you decided to contact us again, but no, I have no idea why.
Just last week, we had a child. A very healthy baby boy, 7.5 pounds.
What? You're telling me that I'm a grandma?
Oh, were you not one already? What about Dean and Sarah?
I've been encouraging them to hurry up and do it, but they seem to have trouble having kids. I keep telling them to go get some fertility tests done, but they always just say that they'll do it sometime soon.
Yikes, I think you're stepping way too far into their private matters. Why don't you give them a little privacy and support with them whatever they decide to do?
It's not my fault, though, is it? Seeing as they're young and all, I thought it'd be no time until they had a child. But they were taking way too long. How could I not encourage them to work harder for a kid?
It's a pretty sensitive topic. It should be between the two of them. It doesn't matter if it's just encouragement, all you're doing is giving them stress and pressure.
Sure, whatever. I'm fine with that if you bring your baby over. Bring him over as soon as you can, and make sure Helen comes with so that I can apologize to her.
I'd rather not. He's still a newborn baby. I don't want him to be overwhelmed. And it's still too early to take him outside anyways.
In that case, I'll come and visit him.
I would rather you didn't. Besides, you wouldn't want to visit the house of some poor family well below the poverty line, would you?
I'm telling you that I'm sorry for saying that. Please just forget about it and forgive me. I didn't actually mean it.
It's not something that you can easily just forget about. That was Helen's first time meeting you. I'm pretty sure you traumatized her with that kind of first impression. And about the baby, it's only been a week since he was born. Give us some more time to think about it. Mom? Hello? I just heard from Dean. Is it true about Dad? Did he actually have a stroke? I heard that half of his body is still paralyzed.
Oh, so Dean told you, I see. Yes, it's true. He suddenly collapsed one day last year, and since then he's been unable to move his entire left half of his body. I don't think he can feel anything either, and he's been bedridden ever since. After he was released from the hospital after the initial treatment, we had him transferred to a nursing home. We can't really take care of him at home after all.
Why can't you take care of him at home? Are you sure it's not just because you don't want to take care of him? Dean's told me about everything. He said you hardly ever go to visit Dad, and that it's always Sarah who goes to visit him and bring him things. You're making Sarah do everything, even though she's busy enough with her own job and marriage?
I don't see the problem with that. Sarah is part of our family now. It's her responsibility to do chores around the house and help take care of the family.
Even if that was the case, it shouldn't be solely her responsibility. Everyone should be doing their part. But from what Dean tells me, it seems like you've just been shoving everything onto her these days. It must be incredibly frustrating for Sarah to be doing all of that and have you complaining that they're taking too long to have a child on top of that. And this is just my opinion, but taking care of Dad should be mostly your responsibility. He's your husband.
Sure, but it's not like I can help it. I'm just utterly heartbroken and fatigued, having my husband collapsing and seeing my children struggle. I can't even see my grandchild to help cheer me up. I've suffered too much. I don't have the emotional room to spare to be taking care of other people.
You are the last person who can complain. Dean, Sarah, and Dad have all been suffering more than you for sure. And that's all because they have to live with you. It's completely understandable that Sarah and Dean haven't been able to have a child. Just imagine having an overly clingy mother-in-law that doesn't understand personal boundaries. And then having all the housework and all the chores shoved on you.
So you're trying to blame me for them not being able to have a child. That's ridiculous.
Well, no, it might not be the only reason, but for sure it's a possibility and a pretty big one at that. Are you home right now?
Yeah, I am. Sarah went to visit your father, so I'm at home alone right now.
Okay, then I have something that I want to talk to you about.
What is it? I'm not lending you any money.
Mom, you need to leave the house. Get out.
Why should I? And what makes you think you can say that to me?
Dean and Sarah are at their limit. They're simply far too exhausted, both emotionally and physically. Which isn't surprising at all, when you provide absolutely nothing to the family aside from your constant complaints and disgusting attitude. I've heard that you've done absolutely nothing to help Dad, and it's gotten so bad that Dean is having to use his rare days off to visit the nursing home.
And none of that justifies why I should leave this house. This is my house. No one can tell me to get out.
No, it's Dad's. He was the one who bought it, and the deed is in his name.
Then that just means it's my house, too. It's part of our joint marital assets. What's wrong with you?
Not for long. Dad wants a divorce.
What? Why?
He's too disappointed in you. He trusted you so much before, so your change in the past few years is just too much for him.
What? Did he say that to you directly? Have you even seen him since you left?
I'm with him right now. I came to visit him and check on his condition. I brought Helen and the baby with me in hopes that it would cheer him up. And yeah, Dad was happy to be able to see his grandson. Dean and Sarah also came with us, and we're about to go home now.
Why would you take him to your father before me? He probably can't even hold the baby with his paralyzed arms.
And Dad told me something interesting, if not surprising. He said you started calling him useless after he got paralyzed. It must have been really tough for him, being betrayed by his wife that he had trusted. Dean is financially supporting you now, right? And you've shown no signs of gratitude whatsoever and instead complained to him that it's not enough?
Well, yes. He became paralyzed and quit his job before retirement age, so of course Dean has to support me now. Is it really true that your father wants a divorce?
Yeah, it's true. If you don't believe me, I can FaceTime you right now and have him tell you with his own words. Right now would be a pretty good time to do so too, because we're all here with him at the nursing home. Not only is everyone here, they're all next to me reading these messages on my iPad.
Literally everyone's there. Seeing all of this?
Yeah, everyone. The baby's fast asleep though, but yes, everyone else is reading your messages. Oh, and by the way, Dad changed the beneficiary of his life insurance from you to Dean.
What? No way. You all forced him to.
Nope, he chose to himself. He can move his dominant hand a little, so he called the insurance company by himself and got it changed. And he seems to be concrete about his decision to divorce you. He wants it as soon as possible. Oh, I guess you don't have to worry about taking care of him now. Not that you ever would anyway, but we'll take care of that.
Then what about the alimony?
That's the first thing you think about? All of us are disappointed in you, especially Dad. You will get your share of the marital property and whatever the court decides in alimony, of course. But after that's done, he wants you out of the house.
And what about Dean? And you? Are you both gonna let me get kicked out like this? I'm your mother.
Yes, both Dean and I are also done with your nonsense too. If anything, we reached our limit long ago. Dad was the last one who still trusted you.
Then let me live at your place. Your mother-in-law works for the government, and Helen also earns a lot from the accounting firm, right? It must be a very big house. Surely there's room for me to live with you.
Oh, the house is definitely big. Helen's late father had his own company after all.
Wait, Helen's father has his own company too.
I told you that before. I'm surprised you forgot, considering your obsession with people's wealth. But yeah, about you living with us. That's a pretty hard no from me.
What? Why? Are you going to abandon your own mother?
Yes, just like you abandoned your own husband, and like you abandoned me before, it's the same thing. You reap what you sow. When we needed your help the most, you chose to betray us. Also, Dean just told me that you need to get ready in half an hour.
Ready for what?
Ready to move.
That's way too soon. It's not possible.
It's about half an hour to get home from the nursing home. He'll bring the divorce papers that Dad has already signed, so he wants you to sign your part right there and then when he comes home. After that, he'll go submit them. So yeah, you have exactly half an hour to pack up all of your belongings before you get kicked out. He says that he never wants to see your face again.
But why? I've always been nice to Dean. And to Sarah, too. I was such a caring mother-in-law.
She says you were nice for the first few weeks, but it didn't take long for you to start shoving all the work onto her. And it wasn't long after that you started telling her that she was useless, just like you used to say to me and Dad as well.
When did I ever say that?
I guess it was such a normal thing for you to say that you don't even remember saying it. It all makes sense now, thinking about it. You've always been the kind of person to say cruel things like that without hesitation. It's not surprising that you said such cruel things to Helen about her and her family. You're just someone who bases everything on your own assumptions and stereotypes, and you care about nothing more than a person's status and financial worth.
That's not even true. Also, I don't have anywhere to go. If Dean doesn't want to see me anymore, you're the only person that can save me.
I've already told you that is not happening. Someone that discriminates based on money and family background has no place around me or anywhere in society. I don't want you anywhere near Helen or my kid. You're simply a bad influence. It's surprising Dean and I didn't grow up to become like you. It must all be thanks to Dad.
I'm sorry about the things I said. Please just help me. I don't have a place to live.
And who exactly are you apologizing to? Is it to Dad? Because you told him that he was useless after he became paralyzed. Or is it to Dean? Because you kept demanding he give you money for you to waste on luxuries you had no business buying? Or are you apologizing to Sarah for throwing all the chores and housework onto her? Or for making her take care of your own husband when she had enough on her hands already? Or for viewing her as nothing more but an opportunity to become rich? Maybe it's me you're apologizing to for constantly making me doubt my self-worth. Or is it Helen for discriminating against her for being raised by a single mother? There seems to be a lot of things you need to apologize for. I'm starting to get a little tired, but I can certainly keep going. How about pressuring Sarah and Dean about having a child?
I'm sorry for everything. I seem to just say things that I don't mean sometimes. I can't help it. I'm really sorry. I really mean it.
You say them so naturally because the things that you say are exactly what you think, right? Just give up already. We've all seen your true personality and experienced it firsthand. All of us. Go find a cheap hotel or something and reflect on all of your actions. The money from the divorce should last you some time if you're rational with the way that you use it.
Please give me an hour at least. 30 minutes is way too short. In fact, make that 2 hours, please. I get it. No one wants me, and I don't deserve to live with you all, so please just give me 2 hours and I'll pack everything and leave.
Dean said that if he finds anything gone that's not yours, he'll be calling the police on you. He's about to leave now, so you better start packing. Maybe if you don't say anything to get on his nerves, he'll give you 2 hours to prepare to leave.
So he really is being serious about this.
Of course he is. We're all serious about this. Dad's saying there's nothing for us to feel sorry about because it's just you getting your just desserts. I think he has a point. I value the importance of my current family more than any amount of gratitude I have for you raising me.
What the heck? I raised you properly with all my love. You should be more grateful.
I think you're mistaking me with Dean. I certainly didn't receive any love from you growing up. You always told me that I was worthless. Dean is next to me shaking his head. I don't think he felt loved either. I guess it was Dad who took care of both of us the most after all.
So what? Is no one on my side? Is anyone gonna help me?
No one wants to help someone like you, who has never once tried to give something up for another person.
Can you ask Dean if I can take the coffee machine with me? I used it the most, so it's basically mine, right?
He said no, and you apparently have 25 minutes left to leave.
Wait, why? What did I do?
And just like that, my mom had been abandoned by the entire family. Dad was saying that she should be fine with living in cheap hotels for a while because there were a lot of savings in their shared account. And because it was an agreed divorce with no complexities, those savings would be split evenly between them. What Dad didn't know was that during his time in the nursing home, Mom had been spending those savings recklessly on whatever she wanted. So once again, her actions came back to bite her. Dad was very sad. Not because his ex-wife couldn't afford a place to stay, but because he wanted to be able to leave some money to Dean and I after he passed. We assured him that it was fine, as he had done so much for us already when we were still growing up. I heard that Mom ended up staying at a hostel, but refused to even find a part-time job and eventually couldn't pay for it. Once again, she was kicked out. She asked both me and Dean to help her out financially, but we respectfully declined. considering we no longer considered her as our mother. Dad seems to be happier these days, with Dean and I visiting every now and then. Sometimes he sees me by myself and looks a little sad, but that's just because he loves it so much when I visit with Helen and the baby. As for Dean and Sarah, they successfully conceived a baby a few months after the source of the stress was kicked out of the house. It really seems to be true that stress and emotional state has a large influence on your body. We're all excited for them, but it's funny that Dad seems to be the happiest about it. I guess he doesn't have much to do in the state that he's in, which is certainly a sad thing. But on the bright side, he does seem to be able to move more of his body now, and his speech has completely returned. As for me, I'm living happily with Helen and our baby. My previous company didn't have much support for paternal leave, which was a problem because Helen couldn't take a lot of time off from work either, being the chief accountant and all. While we could have opted to hire a babysitter, we were both in agreement that it was better for us to spend as much time with him ourselves. Because of that, I left my company and transferred to Helen's accounting firm. I technically won't start for a few months, so I can focus on taking care of the baby, but after that, I'll start working from home. While I don't have any qualifications for accounting, I did get my degree in economics and have experience working similar office jobs. It's not directly related, but it's close enough for me to be useful. I promise this isn't special treatment just because I'm her husband. At least that's what I'm telling myself for now. But I'll definitely be using my free time to study like mad and get some qualifications. I'd love to eventually become a CPA so that I can further contribute as both Helen's husband and employee. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe to see more similar content. See you in the next video.